Hey guys, it's Alyssa and I'm back with another video. This one's gonna be a little different than my normal videos. I wanted to sit down and chat with you guys about my debt-free journey, my journey with finding Dave Ramsey, my baby steps and all that good stuff, and then a little bit about like what's going on with my life. I've tried to film this video once before and I just wasn't happy with how it turned out, so I'm filming it again. And thank you guys for being patient with how frequently the videos are coming out. I'm in school right now. I'm doing 6 credits over 6 weeks, so it's very busy. But I wanted to get this filmed for you guys so you could know a little bit more about where my debt-free journey began and everything. So I had heard of and I'm looking at a little notebook with like the dates and everything on it and the number amount, so if you see me looking down, that's what it's for. But I found Dave Ramsey. I had watched the YouTubers Shay Carl. I don't know if anyone is familiar with them, but they used to do like daily vlogs. I think they did that for like 4 years. But anyways, on one of the vlogs, they did like a debt-free scream, and that really intrigued me. I'd never heard of Dave Ramsey before that. So that kind of, started the process of finding out who he was, but I was in no debt at that time. I think I was still in high school. And then I had a friend a couple of years ago graduate from college, and she, I think on her graduation cap, put like Dave Ramsey would be proud or something. I don't know, because she graduated with no debt or no student debt. So that kind of really set the spark in my mind about, okay, who's this Dave Ramsey guy? What's it all about? Because I've always my whole life been so concerned about, especially student loans, not necessarily like credit cards or anything. My parents, they've never really had credit cards. They occasionally have like a car loan, but they've always paid them off and everything. And my family definitely raised me to like get a good credit score by building your debt, or basically building your debt. They raised me to get a good credit score by taking out like a small credit card, or my dad helped me co-sign for my first car, things like that. So my family's never really been big into debt, but they've never really been like, no, you absolutely will never take out a credit card like Dave Ramsey is. So May of 2015, I had about $13,000 in debt, $10,000 of which was that car that my dad co-signed with for me to get. And my car before that was like $1,000 junker. It didn't go in reverse. The door didn't shut unless you wiggled the handle and, flipped some lever. It was a bad car. So this $10,000 car was much more reliable. It was kind of like a grown-up car, which means like it went in reverse basically. And then I had about $2,500 on a credit card and about $500 where I worked at the time. The employees could have like a store credit type of thing, or like a tab, and I had $500 on that. So that was my debt. I paid this off by December 15th of 2016. So based off how much money I was making at that time, I was really, putting in a lot of my paychecks every week towards my debt. So that was really an accomplishment for me. I felt really proud paying off my car, walking into the bank and being like, hey, I would like to pay off my car. That was a great feeling. But apparently not that great, because not long after I went back into debt. My whole life I've really wanted a Jeep Wrangler, and after I paid off my car, of course my credit score was nice because I had just paid off a large chunk of debt, and so I just had this feeling that, you know what, I think I was 23 or 22. I thought to myself, I think now's the time. If any time is the right time to get a car that's stupid, it's when you're young, is what I told myself. So February 11th, I went and bought a Jeep, and the loan for that was about $11,000. The dealership gave me money for my current car, and then I had a little bit saved up. So the car itself was $16,500, but I took out $11,000 on credit. And I felt accomplished because I could qualify for the loan by myself. I got a much better interest rate. My first interest rate I think was close to like 18 or 19%. This one was like 7, so I felt accomplished. And I felt, because I had this good credit score, I was doing well, and this was definitely an illusion. Unfortunately, that car, if anyone's familiar with Jeeps, you're probably familiar with the just empty every pocket saying, which is, you know, basically Jeeps cost you a lot of money. And I found this out very quickly. Not only putting things on the Jeep that are just fun, but just maintenance and repairs. I was spending probably over $500 a month to repair different things on this Jeep. So it was definitely a money pit, but I had a good job at the time. But then in July of 2017, I got laid off from that job. And luckily, I had already decided a little bit before that I probably needed to sell the Jeep. I was going back and forth between, do I take, you know, the proceeds from the Jeep and just get something for cash, or do I stop with this whole gamble of getting a used car that just breaks down on me, like my one that didn't go in reverse, this Jeep that had so many different problems. I just kind of had a bad taste in my mouth with used cars. So I'd already decided to sell the Jeep. And luckily, a couple days before they laid me off, I had someone that was very interested in buying the Jeep. And I think like a day or two after I got officially laid off, they came and picked it up, and I was so relieved. I just couldn't imagine what I would do if I had that Jeep still just sucking money out of me. So that was a blessing for sure. Let's see, August 2nd, so honestly a couple days later, I thought to myself, so if I'm gonna get a car, I can't really wait because people are gonna ask about your employment, and right now there's been no gap in my paychecks in my bank account. So I just went and bought a car, which was kind of risky. I was kind of like lying to the car dealership in a way. I knew I would have no problem making my payments. I was gonna find another job, or I could actually collect unemployment from my old jobs, so that's what I did. I went and I bought a brand new Honda Civic, which I have mixed feelings about it. You know, the staunch Dave Ramsey believer in me says, you know, that was a horrible decision. Like, why did you do that? The car itself is out of line for sure for what I make right now, but my reasoning is it's a great car. It's gonna last me very long time. I really don't plan on not driving that car. I'd probably say I'm gonna drive it for the next 8 years pretty easily. And in those 8 years, my income is going to substantially go up. I'm actually in my prereqs right now for nursing school. So after that, if I, you know, graduate and become an RN, RNs in California make very decent money. So that car will no longer be out of line at that time. And I know Dave Ramsey would just say, you need to sell the car, get something for cash. But I have horrible luck with used cars. And I know that's really not an excuse. I could pay a mechanic to check out the car beforehand and tell me if it's good or not. But I made my decision, and I love my car. I have a really great interest rate on it, and I have a plan to get it paid off. Dave Ramsey also says that if it's going to keep you from being debt-free in less than 2 years, then you need to sell the car. And I have a plan to get it paid off in, I think, 21 months. So that's how I'm justifying keeping the car. Let's see. When I wrote this little paper, I was $23,159.79 in debt. I think right around $21,000 was the car. I had a like $2,000 PayPal loan, which I paid off about 2 weeks ago. So right now I'm right around $20,000 in debt. My goal is to, of course, pay off the car by March 2020. And at that time, I will have applied for nursing school and hopefully will be enrolling in the fall. And between March and the fall semester, I'm going to just work as much as I possibly can, pile up cash, because my first semester of nursing school, I would love to work as little as possible or not at all. So I want to have my car paid off so I don't have to worry about that payment. And I want to have like a big nest egg of just money so I can pay my bills, eat, fill my gas tank, and just focus on school, because I know that's going to be a lot. So that is my goal. Let me show you guys. In my little planner, you guys have seen this before. I have like a budget section in my Happy Planner. I made this last night actually, because I'm a very visual person. So I like to see, you know, my goals and everything. So on this page, I've made a, come on, focus, debt tracker. So it's got, you know, the amount that I started the month, ended the month at, the total amount that I put towards debt extra. And then the next page is this that I made. So I'm just gonna show you guys this. This is basically every paycheck from now until March 2020 and the amount of money I'm putting aside to pay extra towards the car, and you know what the car payment will be that certain month. I basically have it all laid out. So we'll see what happens. I mean, obviously this could change. I could get a raise, I could lose my job, I could find money somewhere and put extra towards it. So, but this is just my conservative sort of, if everything stays the same, I don't get a raise, I don't lose my job, I don't find extra money somewhere, this is when I should get it paid off by. So that's really motivating to see. I like it all laid out like that. But so basically that's what I'm doing right now. And I wanted to just give you guys a little update. So I am in school. I am currently like a full-time student in the summer semester. I'm taking the max amount of credits they'll let you take during summer. And then in the fall, I'm starting to be part-time student. Then I'm starting with my nursing prereqs, or the classes I actually have to take in order to take the nursing prereqs. In order to take microbiology, you have to take like human biology and chemistry. So I'm taking those next semester, and then I will go into the microbiology, the anatomy, physiology, all that good stuff. So if you guys have any questions about school, how I take notes, how I study, especially like if you guys have questions about online classes. I'm doing online classes this semester, and I've noticed certain techniques really help when you don't have a professor actually doing lectures in person and you don't have to actually go to class. Motivation techniques, staying organized, actually like retaining the knowledge, things like that. So if you guys want to see any videos about school or my debt-free journey or budgeting, anything like that, just leave a comment and I would be happy to make those videos for you guys. Just know that it's going to take me a little while because I am in school and I'm working full time. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked hearing about my journey in, out, and back in of debt. And hopefully, you know, in about 2 years, I'll be making another video about me being debt free. So thank you guys again for watching, and thank you for subscribing. I think we're at like 250 subscribers now, which is amazing. I think my goal, let me see. Yes, it's written it right over there, was 500 subscribers at the end of this year. So I think we're probably gonna surpass that. I think I'm gaining about 100 subscribers every week or so. So thank you guys so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. And I really just want to create content that you guys like to watch. So make sure you let me know if there's anything you want to see. And I try and respond to your guys' comments if you have questions. So make sure you guys leave your comments if you have any questions that you want me to answer. And I'd be happy to. Thank you again for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!